I'm here to address a critical issue that has plagued our society for far too long: gender-based violence. It is a tragedy that in the 21st century we still see countless incidents of women and girls being subjected to violence, harassment, and discrimination solely because of their gender. These actions not only inflict physical and psychological trauma on the victims, but also perpetuate a cycle of fear and insecurity that has far-reaching impacts on our communities and societies as a whole. Violence against women is a global crisis that affects millions of women and girls every day. It is a pervasive problem that crosses all borders, all cultures, and all socio-economic levels. The scale of this problem is staggering, with an estimated 1 in 3 women worldwide experiencing some form of gender-based violence in their lifetime. This means that every day thousands of women are subjected to physical, sexual, and emotional abuse, often of the hands of those closest to them. This is unacceptable, and it is our collective responsibility to stand up and speak out against it. The consequences of violence against women are far-reaching and devastating. Women who experience violence are almost twice as likely to suffer from depression, anxiety, and post-traumatic stress disorder. They are also at a high risk of developing chronic health conditions. The impact of violence on women and their families can last for generations, perpetuate a cycle of trauma and suffering that is difficult to break. Despite the magnitude of this problem, violence against women is still largely ignored, minimized, or even accepted as a normal part of life. The silence surrounding this issue must be broken. We must stand in solidarity with survivors, and we must challenge the attitudes and behaviors that enable this violence to continue. We need to acknowledge that gender-based violence is not just a woman's issue. It is a human rights issue that affects everyone in our society. Just imagine, every 30 seconds the police receive a call for help relating to gender-based violence. In the 5 minutes that I have been speaking, at least 10 women are experiencing some sort of abuse. And that's just the ones who were able to call, who were able to speak, who were able to break the silence. But what about those who we don't hear about? We cannot afford to turn a blind eye to this issue any longer. We must acknowledge, we must act, and we must act now. If you suspect that someone close to you is being abused, start simple. Talk to them, express your concerns, listen actively. Let the person know that they are not alone and that you are willing to help in any way you can. Provide them with information about support groups and helplines. If the abuse is ongoing, serious, or life-threatening, consider reporting it to the authorities. This could include calling emergency service or contacting the police. The time for silence is over. We need to stand in solidarity with survivors. We need to break a cycle of trauma and suffering that can last for generations and create a society where everyone can live free from violence and discrimination. Let us be the change we wish to see in the world. Thank you.